Hey everybody, this month we are doing another book of the month. I'm Matt and I'm here along with
Tristan.
and today we're talking about Dragon Ball Super Volume 9. And something that's funny, Tristan, is I realize we've never said the names of the volume. Each volume actually has a name. Which, when you follow the US version, specifically the printed version, you never really see like a name of the volume or something like that. But I
Yeah,
just realized while looking up the chapters list, this one is a sign of Son Goku's awakening.
right. Yeah.
The
Uh,
last one was Universe Survival. The Tournament of Power begins.
right.
But either way, it seems as if they take one chapter from like name of a chapter from each one, and I guess they call that the title of the entire.
Yeah, of the volume. Yeah.
Yes. Also, just wanted to mention for some of you listening to this through our Podbean, thank you. If you're watching this through our YouTube, do not adjust your screens. Yes, we are audio only for this one. We should be going back to normal with the next one. And if you guys are a little bit confused, if you're listening on the Podbean version, usually we have like a video stream up of us talking about this, even showing some cool pages and whatnot. But things are a little bit different for this one. We've moved to audio only. So for some of you Podbean listeners out there, it's not really going to matter as much. Either way, Tristan, did you love this volume or love it more?
Um, love is a strong word. No.
How dare you? No, you don't have to love it as much as I did. I'm just.
Yeah, no, uh I enjoyed parts. But
I
overall I
I
think they
nearly
were
dropped I nearly dropped my water. Everybody, if you heard a crinkling, that was me thinking, "Oh fuck, I am
you
not
just
cut out."
awoke it
I
to Ultra Instinct
no,
and
I'm not cut out for Ultra Instinct. That's why I almost dropped it.
you fell out of the form. Well, it's not a form, it's a technique, but you lost focus on the technique and thus you dropped your water.
So then, what did you not like about it? Because honestly, I'm not saying it was all perfect, but I think that it was definitely much better than Volume 7.
Oh yeah, comparatively from last volume, yeah, I liked this better.
I
Um,
just, yeah, I feel like it's one of my favorite volumes over, not, yeah, you don't even say this overall, not my favorite, but one of my favorites so far, because I feel like they like, yes, things were changed from the anime. I'm usually okay when it is, just sometimes, especially with Volume 7, I don't think it worked out well. It just was trying to be, much shorter to get through everything. But in this case, I think they blended things together well. But either way, sorry, you were going to say something, Tristan, before I drop my water.
yeah, I'm interested in some of the changes that they made from the anime for this one, but I think they were parts from the anime that I enjoyed better than this. And as opposed to how it usually is, like, oh yeah, the manga had a really good take too. It They weren't as good this time, I think, around. Um, I like the fact that Gohan got to feel like he did a little bit more,
He
but
went one on one against,
yeah, Kefla,
yeah.
um, which was nice. Like, I'm glad Gohan got the spotlight for a bit, but I mean, again, like a lot of these fights feel pretty rushed for the manga itself. Not that I wanted them to drag on like they did in the anime necessarily, but also from the anime, um, Goku tapping into Ultra Instinct fighting Kefla was my favorite fight from the Tournament of Power. So really nothing could top that for me. So seeing that not here kind of takes away from it for me.
I'm happy you remember that because I did watch some more episodes of the anime just to make sure that I knew what was happening because it's been a very long time since I watched the anime. Since we did the podcasts on it when we were doing them on a weekly basis, which was a while back,
Yeah.
and I didn't get up to Ultra Instinct, sadly. So thank you for bringing that up because I completely forgot about that fight. But So don't get me wrong, it does suck that certain things are abridged, but also I don't say I prefer it, but I do enjoy the fast-paced action where it's like, guys, 15 minutes are still remaining. Like we can't do what the anime did, which, it was like 5 minutes remaining. 20
Yeah,
episodes later,
right.
4 minutes remaining. Well, hold on a fucking second. A lot of people were talking and they weren't all fast talking, okay? The fighting is fast, but everyone reacting outside the ring is just talking at normal speeds.
Yeah,
Um but what I enjoyed, and yes, I argue that it was a little weird that he went one-on-one against Jiren even slightly, but I really enjoyed the focus on Master Roshi
yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, they focused on him differently here than they did in the anime again. But I was happy with that moment of Roshi being like, "Looks like I still got some things to teach you, you young whippersnapper."
It
Looking at Goku. Um,
I
although I feel like it's a little odd, Goku kind of like being like looking at the answer, being like, "Oh, I need more power," and it's like, mm, again, like we've talked about it before, like Goku's character is reverted a little bit in a sense in Super.
Well, it's weird. It's not that he thought, well, because he's not going to go for power. Well, how do I look at it? It's not like it's Super Saiyan 3, but I think the issue is that his character is reverting because he's actually starting to win more and more with power rather than technique.
Yeah,
It's like it's what's it called? It's not endorsing. Well, you can say it's pushing bad behavior.
yeah, right,
It's rewarding bad behavior.
right, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but
I guess that's fair.
But no, but what I wanted to say though was, you're right about that. But I just love how having Roshi come out and talk about technique and having Gohan actually do something.
Yeah,
Um, and it even though yes we sacrificed Krillin and Tien way too soon last volume,
yeah,
I still enjoy the fact that it really felt like, and I don't want to like praise Toyotaro so much to the point where like I feel like I'm erasing either Toriyama or the people who worked hard on the anime, but it it just the way Gohan fought, and also the way Roshi, his speech and everything, it it felt like he really understands these characters, or at least his interpretation is one that I gel and I vibe with very much.
yeah, yeah. I get that. I can appreciate that too.
And because I think the thing is, look, I'm not saying that Roshi has not been a perverted piece of shit since Dragon Ball, because he has.
Yeah,
But at a certain point, it's like, all right, we have to acknowledge that, yeah, he still is a master, though.
right. He is Goku's teacher. Like he's still Goku and Krillin's and Yamcha and Tien's teacher after the Crane Hermit leaves.
After that whole thing,
Yeah.
after that whole chestnut,
Yeah, Roshi still has good. He's still a good martial arts instructor.
he's just an asshole.
His moral fiber is questionable, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, completely. But it's just a thing where, you
And it's
know,
nice to see his character be focused in that light instead of being, oh, haha, he's just the old pervert. Like, no, like, let's focus on the actual good parts of his character for fucking once.
well, because the thing is, I think the problem is, and it's a very anime centric thing because you
Yeah.
haven't read the manga, and I'm not being a dick about it. I'm just being very honest here. In the anime, once Z came around, everybody like just forgot about Roshi, and so in forgetting about Roshi, you then forget about the bad parts as well. However, once the anime adapted that, they were like, "Oh, but what if we put in filler where Roshi's a perv? Everyone will love that." And it's like, "No, actually,
Yeah.
not really." And I know we're looking at this from an American perspective, but I feel like even at a certain point, like I mean, I don't know who can say it was a rock roarin'. I can't think of the phrase. A raucous good time when Roshi was trying to grope 18 on the plane.
Yeah.
And that wasn't in the manga because again, at that point, Roshi wasn't really around. You hope that's not the only reason why that didn't happen, but Roshi wasn't around in the manga. They didn't really need to mention him. When they did, yeah, sure, to be reading a magazine or watching something on the TV, but it wasn't the same way he was in Dragon Ball. It felt like either he grew up or we're not focusing on that right now. And then now you have Super, and then it just becomes this whole big thing of, I have to overcome this. And yes, that's made reference to in the manga, but we don't have to go through all that BS in the manga. It's just, him saying, I've overcome this. I'm a better person now. And also remember, I've been your teacher for years.
Right.
Not that Roshi didn't get a good showing in the anime, because he did.
Yeah.
But I really in Super, but I really enjoyed what they did with him here. Again, a little bit too much against Jiren, I'll admit.
Right.
I'll admit,
like,
but
especially with Roshi and Gohan, even like I know, I guess I don't know. Ultimate's technically the name for him, right? Ultimate Gohan, I guess.
No, it was
or
no.
Mystic. I don't.
Mystic,
remember.
yes, Mystic.
I don't remember which the manga, what's the games anymore. It just all blurs together after a while.
Oh, maybe I don't know which one was in what. Ultimate might actually be from like a game or something.
Either way,
yeah.
With Gohan's potential unlocked, I'll just go with that. It felt like a lot of characters. I mean, Super has done this. Like even Android 17 being able to, which was in the anime, going up against Goku and Super Saiyan Blue.
By the way, speaking of 17, I want to send Toyotaro a gift basket for killing him. Because no, Tristan, this is very important, Tristan. He did the exact same move in the anime and he was just fine.
Well, I mean, yeah, 17 does the same thing in the anime too. He blows himself up and it ends up doing nothing against Jiren.
But he was alive.
But he comes out of the rubble and he's fine.
That's what I'm saying. He was A-okay in the anime, even though that does not make any fucking sense. And they were like, oh man, 17 survived. And like nobody was like, look, I'm not a scientist or anything. But I have a couple questions. Yes, Master Roshi? Well, first of all, what? Secondly, the. And third, fuck.
Well, they even have Vegeta do his final explosion, too, which was just, like, animation-wise was harkening back to the Majin Buu saga.
That was in the anime, right? That's coming up, I guess?
Are
you spoiling it?
Might be. I'm not sure.
It's funny. You technically haven't spoiled anything, because I don't even know if it's going to be in this or not.
Yeah, right, exactly. But I mean, I don't know if Toyotaro's going to stick with the idea that 17 sacrifice was a sacrifice.
No, but he can, because here's why, Tristan. Just go to Namek.
Yeah, I mean, I also kind of wish that wasn't part of it. Like, I don't like the idea of 17. Like, I like it in the sense that it shows that, 17 is, like, the androids are human too. Like, they still have that will and spirit of their own and a personality and a soul. And I like that aspect of it. But just the fact of, in this tournament, him doing it, I don't exactly know how to explain it. It just doesn't sit with me right.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean at all. Like,
I mean,
what is he supposed to do? Like, be Frieza? I don't know what you mean.
No, not what? No.
Like, what do you mean? Like, no, because you're talking about how he's human. I guess he's technically human. I don't know what that means.
I'm saying the reasons behind why he does it, I enjoy. I just don't like the act of I'm going to, blow myself up to see if that does it. Because even afterwards, Vegeta's like, yeah, that one from personal experience usually doesn't work out.
I know, but I mean, like, what else could he have done? He would have been on the sidelines, not exploded. Like, if you have an option, you take it. It's like Tien being like, should I use a move that's going to essentially, depending on the canon, it halves his life. It's like, well, if there's a tournament that you'd use it in, it would be this one.
Yeah.
Tien has a family. Chaozu's waiting at home for him. but he still like halved his lifespan or whatever the canon is. It whatever you read, it either says halves your lifespan, it takes some of your soul. I forgot what it specifically is supposed to do. But
Yeah.
whenever he
Probably
uses
lessens your lifespan. That sounds
yes.
right.
Yeah. Ryuk probably fucking wrote that one up. But
Oh my god.
when you no, but like when you do that, so it's like he's doing the exact same thing basically. I mean, I don't what was he supposed to do? Live but then die? Because they're on the assumption that they're not gonna win. We know they're probably gonna win. Dragon Ball's in the name of the manga,
Yeah.
but they have no idea. Like, what's the alternative? He's just like sitting on the sideline, like, great, cool, I'm gonna be alive for when my family dies. And this is the one thing that I could have done, but I didn't do it. So,
I I just feel like they could have come up with a better plan.
I, I, okay.
Well, I don't know what that would be. Yes. So if you want to just call me hypocritical for that, then fine. But
Well, that doesn't make you a hypocrite. I just don't know why. I don't know. I mean, like, it sucks that he died, but it's Dragon Ball. They have cosmic cheat codes, so he's gonna be just fine when they all live.
yeah, that's the thing, though. I don't think they're gonna stick with the idea like that he's dead. I Something tells me that's not gonna happen.
That would suck then, because
Right.
that's what explodies do.
Yes.
Also, yeah, because it's been confirmed a while back. Android 18 got the bomb removed from her, but
Yeah.
nobody ever went to check on 17.
I thought Krillin's wish was both of them, but maybe that was just the anime.
You're right. That might have just been the anime. It's been a while though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although, yeah, no, but I do now as you said it, I'm picturing literally Dub Krillin being like both of the androids,
Yeah.
and then 18 being like, "Why would you do that for me?" And 17's like, "Oh shit, thanks, man."
Well, yeah,
Just hear-
17's not even there.
Yeah, no, as far as we all knew, we mentioned this last time. 17 should be alive somewhere,
Yeah.
and obviously, here he is. But no, we mentioned that last time where it was just so nice that they made the call. Oh no, they had the Cell Games footage.
Yeah, right.
That's what it was last volume. No, I'm not saying that I'm happy with him dying either. I just feel like there's genuinely no other plan they could come up with unless it was unless it was like, wait a minute, our technique allows us to shrink 17. Go up Jiren's butthole right now, and then explode. Kakarot, you fucking genius. Freeze is like, I'm also shocked at the ingenuity of that one. I'm not gonna go up his butthole. You immediately hear Krillin, thought you had a family. Oh, knock. I'm not gonna hear anything from you, Baldy.
If you're so keen on it, why don't you do it?
Not gonna lie, I stopped paying attention, and then I just heard butthole. And I was like, what?
I feel like that could either be Roshi or Whis just being like, I'm sorry. I zoned out for a second. What?
I would like to let you know that I have all of the knowledge and am part of every piece of existence, and I zoned out and then I heard butthole. So can we just pause on all of this for a second?
You just hear Beerus being like, that's disgusting, and I can't believe you mortals for coming up with it. Do it anyway! Fucking do it! Wait, what? Just do it! Oh,
Do I have a say in this? No, Jiren! You don't!
Belmont just screaming like, is anyone gonna stop this? The Xenos are just like, yay! The Grand Priest is like, oh.
Technically not illegal. Again, one of them's like, wait, do we have a technique that allows us to do this? Probably.
The Grand Priest just turns around after saying, technically it's not against the rules, just going, oh, mortals were a mistake.
No one's busted out Taioken yet. I'm waiting for some Taioken.
Yeah, right?
That'll probably piss the fuck off Jiren.
Oh, that was an interesting take too. Goku in blue using the Kaioken, but not actually. The same principle, but not using the actual technique. King Kai just comes in. Oh, all right. So I guess I'm just completely fucking useless at this point.
Oh, talking about some differences here too that were interesting. The fact that Ultra Instinct looks good.
Yeah. Well,
I like the way it looked, even though it was a
yeah.
false Ultra Instinct. Still
Right. It's him tapping into it, but not fully mastered it. Yeah.
true, but I just like that still wasn't. At least, because even when he tapped into it, I could swear that he had gray hair, right? Or no?
No, he just had the aura, and his
Uh
hair
oh.
was still black.
Oh
So
no, it's
yeah,
gonna
no,
be.
that's what a lot of people say. Like we kind of like that visualization of the form better.
Well,
But
you know what is? I can't blame Toriyama or Toyotaro. The only people I can blame are fan artists from like 2003 who consistently made Dragon Ball After Future fan art. Do you remember that Dragon Ball
yeah,
AF?
yes, I remember.
So because of that, every time I see something that's outside of the standard, like I think maybe I made that joke to you when we saw Super Saiyan God, but it's really heavily surrounding like silver hair, anything that isn't like just traditional Super Saiyan gold. So it's just kind of funny that like the second it goes silver, I'm like, oh no, my fandom is coming back to haunt me.
The
But
fandom menace. No.
oh Jesus
No,
Christ.
I mean it's nothing against the form itself. Like the silver, I like the silver hair. I thought that was cool.
I just think it's gonna be weird in the manga.
Yeah, it just didn't look as visually appealing as the you know tapping into it and not fully mastered yet. I don't know.
Yeah. Also, I enjoyed how, even though this happened in the anime, but I enjoyed how it happened here as well. How it really sped things up because it made sense. How Kefla was just eliminating everything under the sun.
Yeah,
It happened in the anime as well, but here it was a bit more ever reaching. But again, she's the legendary Super Saiyan. I said Kefla, but I meant uh crap. Kale.
oh, right, yeah.
The legendary Kale.
The legendary Kale, yeah. No, that was definitely cool. And I like the angle that she's holding back, kind of like how Trunks did in Z when he's like, Krillin's like, you still have more power and you haven't unleashed it.
Yes.
My father's still conscious. Well, he's gonna be dead in about 5 seconds.
I liked that so much better than the anime's take.
Yeah, of her just being scared.
Yeah, which I'm not saying that her in the manga isn't scared in a sense, because like it is there because that is part of her character.
Yeah,
But
she's still like sort of timid, but it feels much deeper. It feels like there's more character to her in this because she's like, actually, no, I could whoop half the people's ass here. I just don't want to show up Khalifa because I owe so much to her and she's our leader. And I love Khalifa's reaction too. Like, of course I'm psyched that my underling is strong. Go kick some ass.
exactly,
And
showing that.
just like what?
No, I love it though because it just shows. It's just like, hey, like why were you even stressing?
Right? Yeah. Why were you stressed out about this?
But no,
Kaba's
yeah.
save was cool too. Like, I'm glad he didn't just get punked by. I think it was Frieza, or maybe it was Frost in the anime.
Who saved? Sorry.
Kaba
Oh yes.
when he tosses Kale back in.
Yeah,
And
no,
and the Patara, and it's like, go get him.
yeah, no. Like people got screwed over in Volume 7, but I feel like Volume 8 really like brought everything together, and I was like, yeah, I'm about
Volume
this.
8 was like, people are getting eliminated, but we're gonna make it count.
Yes. And I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it really was cool. And also, again, it just the way everyone was getting eliminated in the anime. I get it; it's the anime, so everything's gonna be slow. But like, I like in the manga how they're also like randomly throwing at you, like they do every episode. To be fair, at the end, but still in the manga they're like, "Yo, 15 minutes are left," and you're like, "Okay, actually." While I feel like everything was going very fast, it makes sense that at 15 minutes left, these are the people that we have left.
Yeah, right.
Like, there was so much fighting going on. Yeah, that is 30 minutes worth of fighting. We've gone through 2 volumes and we've gone through 8 chapters.
Right.
So it makes sense that we're down to like the final, what, 4?
Five,
It's,
I
well,
think.
because it's
Oh,
Jiden.
technically four. Yes. No, you're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, because Jiden, Goku, Vegeta, and Frieza.
Right.
So that makes sense to me.
4, 5, question mark.
Right. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm not saying it just. Well, at the very least, I'll say this much. I'm happy that because I'm pretty sure the anime immediately showed 17. Am I wrong there?
Within the next 1 or 2 episodes, I believe. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Side note, I did not enjoy Kale's redesign as a Saiyan only because yes, I understand that there is no Broly in the manga, but by making her a lot slimmer than like the Broly anime counterpart, Kefla did not look that different from Kale in my opinion.
Um.
Well, because you remember Kale in the anime, she was bulky, like huge Broly.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like she did get to that point, like a few shots later. Like her power was still growing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it was only a quick shot, so I get why it would feel like it goes by too quickly to catch it. But yeah. Um. Yeah, they do feel similar, like design wise, because it
It's the
feels like
eyes.
more like
It's
Kale's body
yeah,
type and then Khalifa's hairstyle in a way.
yeah. Where in the anime it felt very different. I think both designs because of how brawlic they made
Yeah,
Kale.
right.
So you basically slimmed her down heavily, for that. But yeah, it's mostly in her eyes. I feel like in the shoulders though, like she's more defined. Don't get me wrong, as like later shots as her power is growing, but
Yeah.
it was nothing compared. Not nothing, but it was not as space roided up, legendary roided
The
as her.
legendary roid rage.
Yeah, as her anime counterpart.
Right.
Because I mean that was like insanity. I mean that's Broly,
Yeah.
but
Kale's power is maximum.
it hurt. I'll say that much. It hurt a lot of people.
uh,
Um, but no, yeah. So yeah, I think I enjoyed it. I seemingly I enjoyed it more than you did, but I think it's it just felt like all the right kind of rush. Like if you're gonna have to make it faster paced,
yeah, that's fair. I guess it's still like that's the thing. It feels like this is going a little too fast, but the anime took way too long. I'm
it's a
somewhere like it's a hard call. I
yeah,
to say what would be a happy medium.
maybe another volume.
Yeah, I
You
like
know,
yeah, it wouldn't I don't think they'd be able to do it. Like it wouldn't flow well enough if they had to go an extra volume or something to that effect, you know.
I mean, maybe what they could have done. I'm just saying this because I've been calling for this since the beginning, Tristan, since we started talking about super volumes on Book of the Month. The next volume, I won't spoil anything. Again, I don't even know how it's going to go, but the next volume actually has the first 2 chapters out of 4 chapters in that volume finishing up the this arc.
Right.
So maybe you give it another 2 chapters
Yeah.
and you just call it a volume. But it seems like for some reason, Viz doesn't want to do that. Maybe because they want you to feel like there's like a teaser so that you want more next time.
Right.
So it
Yeah.
doesn't feel like it's completely wrapped up. But I think that it would be nice if we had another chapter or 2 chapters if that's what you're looking for, because I don't like necessarily
Yeah.
completely disagree with you. I just think that it was volume 7 that was too rushed. This one, I think it was that nice sweet spot.
Okay.
It's not perfect, but it's a sweet spot.
Yeah. I also kind of miss the idea of the whole uh, Goku unlocking Ultra Instinct with the Spirit Bomb and everything. I know that was a bit convoluted and holy
That's
fuck, but
well, no, as a concept, it sounds amazing.
yeah,
But I'm happy it was somehow vetoed in this manga. But as a concept, it's beautiful. And also, to be fair, we don't know if that's what ends up happening in the next volume.
possibly, yeah.
If that actually what makes him go over that edge.
Right.
Because this was just him, like getting a taste of it. Maybe that's what pushes him over the limit.
Yeah. Because I mean, I'm glad. I guess I'm glad in a way that he doesn't. It's not automatically mastered for him. He just taps into it for a few shots here and there.
Yes. And it
'Cause-
was a teaching moment. It was like, "Oh, I get
Right.
it," rather than, "Man, I get punched so hard in the face that things just come to me."
Yeah. Right. That's fair.
Cuz that's kind of how the tournament felt. Like, I understand, like, oh yes, through battle we do get stronger, but it's like, all right, guys, I wasn't under the impression that literally through getting punched in the dick, you
Yeah.
somehow
It's really after the fight, you get yourself destroyed. You learn from your mistakes. You heal up and you come back. Then you're better. Not, I just got completely wrecked. Let me get back up again. Oh, this is a new power.
Thank goodness I fell to the ground because then my stamina recovered. It's like,
Yeah.
no, sir, you actually have a concussion.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
did like Vegeta's moment too of Ultra Instinct, huh? He's ahead of me again. Again. I'm over here getting my ass handed to me by the second fiddle of their universe. And then Vegeta's like, no, no, I'm not going to think like this. No, this isn't me. I'm better than this. I'm going to fight you my own way. Fuck you. Fuck your powers. Fuck everything about this. I'm going to go fight Jiren now.
I love Topo. I don't know if it was this volume or last one, but I loved him being like, "Oh, you're the second strongest in this universe. Come again. You're like number 2 out of I don't know how many. I guess 10 if we look at
What?
everyone here. And number 1 would be Son Goku over there. Hey, hey, Bunny Man. Filleted, crispy, your call."
You touched the Goku button. You shouldn't have done that.
Oh man, that was so funny. I loved it. It was just like, did I say something wrong? I was just praising Son Goku. All right, now you're doing it to fuck with me. Just punches him in the face. Also, it's interesting because I don't know what to think about Jiden because like he doesn't seem like he does. It's weird because I don't know how to think about Jiden in the manga compared to the anime because like in the anime, by this point, it seemed as if he had somewhat sinister either intentions or backstory.
Yeah.
Here, he seems like he's justice still, but also very much like a reflection of Goku, which happened in the anime as well. But like, I feel like the way this Jiren started, he would have been like, "I will save you, friends," but he turned into a, "Nah, I'm good, fam. You should probably fall."
Yeah, right. And I think this is the part where the anime staff kind of came back in and was like, or somebody's staff came back in and said, "So we're going this way with Jiren's character." All right.
Do you care about anybody else? No. But Jiren's like the new rival, so we kind of have to care. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, because a lot of other things were changed that I would think they would be like, "Hey, can you do this?" But it seemed like maybe it's because it just had to happen that way due to their own limitations, and what they had to put out every month. But there was a lot changed that you would think that it'd be like, "Oh, do you care about this or this or this?" And it's just like, "Oh no, we literally only care about Jiren."
Right. There's a story outline how you need to get from point A to point B to point C. As long as you get there, we don't care what you do in the middle.
But Jiren.
Yeah. That is set in stone. Oh.
Well, Alrighty then. So yeah, it's very interesting seeing the tiny changes in Jiden as this went on.
Not that, he really had that much of a personality to begin with, so it kind of doesn't matter in the end.
In the manga, I think he seems to have.
Yeah, he definitely has a bit more personality here than he did in the anime, because dear God.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. You know what it sucks too? You know what sucks? I would argue with you. I would say actually Tristan, he did have an anime. He did have an anime. He did. How tired am I? What year is it? What's going on? How old am I? Are we close to death? Um I would say Tristan that he did have a personality. There was just too much anime surrounding him.
that's fair.
When you shave it down to what's been imagine like an abridged like anime version like of this like very much like Kai.
Oh lordy.
This would be like what, 6 episodes?
Oh God.
No, like yes, things would have to be reanimated so it would never work,
Yeah.
but what I mean is that like the way Jiren is here, I could argue that in some ways it's like, well, if you cut out every other fucking thing from the anime and just had these parts with Jiren, then maybe. Also want to mention as well that, I said before, I've said a few times, the way everything blended together, but the reason why I keep on mentioning that is because, like, in the anime, certain characters didn't need to cross over with each other for God knows how long because they were in their fights for God knows how long.
Right.
Where here, everyone starts, a lot of intersectionality going on here because it's just like, well, on the battlefield, this person's already been wiped out, and then I turn to you, and so we have to fight. I mean, looking at, Kale and Caulifla fighting against Frieza, that's something that, if I remember correctly, at least the destruction of Frieza, it happened by Super Saiyan Kale finding Frieza, not them being locked in a battle first.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
I don't remember exactly how it went in the anime, but it definitely started out different here.
yeah, because I recently saw it, so I'm pretty sure that's how it went down.
Yeah.
And so I bring that up because, again, like, it makes sense. It's like, well, you know what? We have to have these characters fight. We don't have a lot of time, so let's just have them fight from the beginning instead of having it be this weird thing where, like, out of nowhere, Kale is just searching for Frieza.
Right.
Not so much just for Frieza. Kale was destroying everything in her path, but
Yeah, I mean, at first it was to save Khalifa because she's like, "Oh shit, I have to go save my sister."
By the way, well, that's the thing. I enjoyed that it didn't turn out with those two creepy dudes. They were already eliminated in the manga.
Yeah,
But those two creepy dudes, I was like, that I didn't like that in the anime. Like, don't
I'm
get me
glad.
wrong. Don't get me wrong. I can see some fucked up anime,
Yeah,
but this is Dragon Ball, so my brain is the way my brain is wired. Anyone listening in, maybe you haven't heard me talk about this before. It's like, think of it like a knob, for an old style television, 50s. Just turn the knob to a different channel, right? When it's on horror movie, I can see some horrible shit
right.
because it's on that knob of, yeah, they're definitely gonna get stabbed. They're getting stabbed. Okay, yeah, no, they're that. Oh, it's still going. Oh, and they're dead. Nope, no, they're crawling. Ooh, no, they're they're dead. Okay, like that's because it's on that knob.
Right.
But I'm watching Dragon Ball Super, and then all of a sudden I'm seeing. It wasn't even. Well, wait, was it? No, actually, it wasn't even Kale. I'm sorry, it was It wasn't Caulifla. It was Kale getting punched in the stomach by those two dudes.
Yeah.
And that was kind of leading up to everything, and I was just like, oh no, why no?
I'm getting Spopovich flashbacks.
Exactly. And you could argue that's what it was meant to be a flash to, but even God, I still can't believe they aired that on Cartoon Network. It's just like we can't.
That was rough.
They cut around certain stuff, obviously, but I love how they were like, we can't air X, Y, or Z, and they're just showing a teenager getting fucking snuffed filmed on fucking live television. Also, I love how like the tournament officials are just like,
let's let this continue.
Cut to commercial.
Well, I mean, it's funny. The announcer is like, "Oh dear God, make it stop!"
No, and Videl is saying, "Fuck you! I'm about to kick this guy's ass."
Yeah.
No, but what I mean more so is that.
Oh, let's see how this plays out. Um, Piccolo just looking over. Look, I know you're the Supreme Kai and everything, but this is some fucked up shit.
I'm not gonna lie, it really is. I'm scarred.
But I swear I have a reason. Oh, okay.
But at least in that case, Videl was like, I'm gonna still kick some ass, don't you worry. And in that case,
Yeah,
Kale was just getting
yeah,
murdered. And again, I wasn't ready for that. So
no,
here, I'm happy they did not do any of that.
yeah.
Um, they were already eliminated from the tournament by the time any of this stuff started to happen. And in
Yeah,
this case, it was, oh fuck, I have to not show that I'm holding back. Which
right.
again, I think is a much better motivation. It's one that's been used in DBC before, but I think it's a
Oh
much
yeah,
better motivation than I'm really scared
yeah, yeah,
because I'm not saying she can't be. It's just, I mean, it's just something that I. It was a bit much.
yeah. Like you said, not a motivation I would have expected to see in Dragon Ball. Like
Well,
it,
no, it's not even just that. I think it's just more so. It's just like if that's your case, like oh my god, I can't fight back. Then I know it's suspended disbelief, but it's just like you should have already been at least slightly gently pushed off.
yeah,
Where in this case, she's actually holding back. So it's just like, oh, are you scared of me? Oh, I have to end this quickly. Boom.
right.
And then she immediately, you saw the change in her face when she hit
Oh
her in
yeah,
the stomach.
and that's why I really like the interpretation of her character in the manga here
Yeah.
better in a way because it's just nice to see her like the switch turn and be like, all right, I'm ending this. And even how she fucks with Frieza subtly at first, and Frieza's like, when she finally like goes to make the hit and he blocks it. It's like I knew there was somebody else sneaking around here.
Also, by the way, like I love how he's just doing little jabs, like just these little like sassy little jabs, like, oh, and by the way, they were stronger than yours.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
looking over it.
I
I
love
was like,
Saiyans. It just never gets old. Me,
no, but I just love it because like he's just fucking with their team dynamic as far as he
yeah.
thinks. So I'm like, you sly little bastard. So yeah, so I gotta admit, I enjoyed that.
Right.
Yeah,
It was nice
so
to see Kale come in and just completely shut down Frieza, though.
it was. So anything you want to say before we wrap this one up, Tristan?
Yeah, and like I definitely did enjoy Khalifa, Kale, and Kaba going up against Frieza, but it does kind of bring back that question for me of just there's a lot of power. I don't want to go into like power levels kind of deal, but
I agree.
just
I
the idea that
but it was so much worse in the anime.
yeah, I mean, we've already kind of accepted it at this point. Like, this is just how we bring characters back in now. Like, you gotta give some people some buffs.
Oh, have we accepted it?
I mean, I kind of have,
Okay.
just for the sake of, like, I let it go so I can just enjoy it. Because, like, yeah, 17 got a buff. Shit, Roshi got buffed. Like, in the sense that he could go 1-to-1 with Jiren, even for those few seconds.
Oh, yeah,
And
no,
I
I
like,
didn't like that either. I agree 100%. I said it before. I don't like it. It it was interesting.
yeah, like I like Roshi getting to have that teaching moment and being cool about it, but I kind of liked it better in the anime where he was, using the Mafuba against other opponents, using like his other techniques that you saw
Well,
use in Dragon Ball.
I'm sure he did, we just didn't see it.
Yeah, granted, it
Yeah.
turned into Roshi almost dying and Goku, having to deal with that. It's like, all right, that was a weird choice to go to, but
Right. That you're right about that to be fair. I don't know. I mean, I think
But even with
yeah.
Kalpa fighting Frieza, when she goes Super Saiyan, he's like, "Oh, I've fought Super Saiyans before." Granted, she kind of she fights differently than either Goku or Vegeta. Granted, closer to Vegeta, I would say, than Goku. Although, no, he pulled off some tricks too. I forget, like when he was underwater shooting the Kamehamehas out because Frieza can't sense ki.
You know something I've been wondering?
Yeah.
I wonder if perhaps the creators, and when I say creators, I'm referring to literally anyone working on Dragon Ball right now, frankly. I'm wondering if they don't see it as like an actual level or scale of power, at least anymore. If they look at it as, and I'm not being a dick here, although I'm going to do a Liam Neeson impression, a particular set of skills. No, but quite literally, like, Jiren is Jiren, but he has not mastered Ultra Instinct, and Roshi hasn't either, but he has the vague inkling of it due to his old, wise
Yeah, his wisdom.
wisdom ways. Also,
Uh,
the fact that, as far as we know, I'm pretty sure he's met and chilled with the Eternal Phoenix. We've talked about this before. He might be immortal.
he might be.
Legit.
Right.
Um,
That's fair.
but no. I'm not saying that I believe that or agree with that necessarily, because I feel like, look, guys, you've had levels for so long, and I'm not saying I'm gonna like write them all down and be like, well, excuse me, sir, in this specific chapter, like, I'm not going that far. I'm not gonna be comic book guy about this, but I do feel like you've had the levels for so long, and clearly, at the very least, if we're not looking at specific numbers, we can go Super Saiyan 2 better than Super Saiyan 1.
Right.
Super
Yeah.
Saiyan 3 better than Super Saiyan 2, but if you're not if your stamina isn't that good, it will drain the fuck out of you.
Right. Or even with Gohan. Like Gohan, granted, I'm glad he got to have his moment in the sun, but going one on one with a fused being, all right, that's a little
From
too.
another universe that is
Yeah,
not as strong as them technically.
true.
Although, to be fair, and also another thing too, this is kind of funny. He could take on the fused being probably because they were much calmer. I swear to God, I bet you money that Kale in Broly mode, in legendary mode, would have killed Gohan.
We've been
No,
down this road.
yes, pretty much.
Uh,
What is that? Oh, the Zenos want to put an active volcano in the middle of the ring.
oh my god.
I don't like this.
I mean, I feel like it would depend on. It would depend very much on whether Gohan could dodge them long enough for her to tire out, in a sense.
Right. But I'm saying that, like, I'm not saying that they're, well, because that's the thing too. Like, everyone arguably has to hold back in a way where they're not going to kill the other person.
Right. Yeah.
Although I have to say, man, I love the double punch. So
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah. No, that was cool.
Oh, so beautiful. Oh, loved it. God damn it. I love this volume. Again, no, I can't say it's my favorite necessarily. I haven't read the other ones recently enough to be like that one,
Yeah.
but it
Yeah.
definitely wasn't my least favorite. I mean, just
Right.
looking at them, just looking at the list of all of the volumes of Super.
Yeah.
It
No, this volume definitely was a lot of fun.
Yeah. And I think it also just helps being paired with the last volume, which was just like, quickly, we have to hurry.
Right. Yeah.
Where this one just felt like it flowed better.
Yeah. Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah. All right. So, thank you all so much for listening in. As always, we usually do these once a month, although sometimes we'll actually put out 2 in a month. And if you're wondering, well, how do we know whether or not you're actually going to do that, guys? Well, you can check out our Facebook, facebook.com/Those Guys on the Radio, our Twitter @Those Guys Radio, or our website, tgproduction.net, for updates on all of our podcasts, let's plays, gaming reviews, tokusatsu related content, all of our cool stuff that we have on our YouTube channel, on our Podbean. You can find all that info out at those social media links. And again, thank you all so much. Love you all. Take care and tune in next time when we talk about something potentially completely different or exactly the same. I don't know yet. We'll find out when we record it, right, Tristan?
Yes.
We'll find out after we record it. Oh, fuck, we were talking about that.
He's gonna try next time. Or I don't know. Actually, we don't know. He
I don't know anything.
Oh right, yeah. Well, neither do I. Or do we?
We'll see you next time, everybody. See
Good
ya.
night.